Hello, race fans, and welcome one final time here in season number 2 to the Virginia iRacing League. It's the series finale for the Truck Series, the Full Moon Bowling Alley 200, part of the ViRL Weekly Series, coming to you live here on Rice Motorsports TV. Man, I tell you, it's been such a fun season. Man, I thought I was going to have a heart attack on Monday, Tuesday, with the street stocks. I mean, that was a real barn burner, and talk about that had to have been one of the most exciting finishes all season. And ain't no telling what's going to happen here tonight with the trucks here. But I tell you, one final time here with the trucks here also in season 2. And of course, we want to give a shout out, as always, to our broadcast sponsor, JS Designs, the official paint shop of Rice Motorsports TV. I tell you, it's a beautiful night for racing out there. Air temperature 70 degrees. Winds are a little gusty at 5 miles an hour. Track temperature right now is 73 degrees. And they'll have the 10-lap heat qualifying tonight with the Craftsman Trucks. We do our league standard settings. They're 40% fuel. But tonight, in the 200-lap race, they have 4 sets of tires. They have 2 faster pairs. Normally, they don't have faster pairs in this league, but we have 2 for the season finale for each series, doing 200 laps here at this half-mile facility. As always, thanks for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And we got a little bit of time left before we get to that qualifying heat, so we'll take a moment and hear from our sponsor. We'll be right back. We're watching the series finale, the Full Moon 200, here on Rice Motorsports TV.
Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnett. Is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we're back, and it is time for our 10-lap qualifying heat race. And waiting for all the drivers to come out on track. And but I tell you, he was here at the very first race of the season in the street stocks, and he's made it back for the very last race of the season here with the trucks, and none other than season 1 champion Harold Rothery. And I hope he's I think we're waiting for him to get in there. His computer was doing some weird stuff. You know, he's been away a lot this summer, and got the old PC fired up again. Oh no, is he gonna make it? I don't even see him on track. And Man, I don't know what's going on. He's having some kind of issues. He may let's see. It doesn't look like if he does race, he'll have to start at the back of the field, I guess, because the field is rolling off here. Of course, it'll be looks like Matt Holden will be leading them to the green flag. Look like Paul Bajanic. I think Harold was supposed to be up on the outside of row one, but being as he now he's showing in the pit, so he missed the start of the race. He might have been trying to get something done and just couldn't get in before the race started. He missed the start. Now I don't know. He may be able to get going once the green flag drops. We'll see what happens. Of course, the lights are out on the pace car. They'll be going on green next time around. Paul Bajanic, the league champion for season 2. Getting ready to have fun one more time here tonight at one of his favorite tracks, Martinsville Speedway. Pace car heading down on the pit road. And he drops the hammer. He's going.
Green, green, green.
Here, qualifying is underway. Lap number 1. Look at Paul Bajanic. Oh, Bajanic went in there a little hot, tagged that wall. I think he's excited to get going here tonight. Oh, the 45, Mike Berg trying to get up there past the 3. Looks like he's going to hold him off there just a little bit. He's able to stay in that second position, but boy, Matt Holden. Now, Matt Holden, he has been a little quiet all season long. I remember in season 1, he was a little bit of a terror out there on track, and but he's been kind of getting a little stronger here in the last few races of the season. And right now he's got that lead, but Paul Bajanic is trying to run him down here. Paul does have the his last lap was the fastest lap of the race so far at 20.17 versus the 20.57 of Matt Holden. So, and Paul trying to muscle his way through there, and he's into that lead position, trying to grab another pole position. Harold Rothman is on track. He has the fastest lap time, 19.90, but of course he's going to have to start the shotgun on the field from missing the start. Meanwhile, Paul Bajanic, we're halfway through the qualifying heat. He's got a nice gap already there, 1.2 seconds. Matt Holden, Mike Berg, he's there with the rest of the pack there. Sarah Oliver is 4th. Clay Rice is in the 5th position. Then we have Oliver Stevens. No, he's been showing some strength here lately. Ashton Rice looks like she's trying to move into that 7th position, battling with the 98 Terrell Rice, and he's fighting back on the outside there anyway. And they battle along. Chris Page behind them. I think he's about to be overtaken by the number 1 there, Harold Rothery, as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4. And he does clear the 15. So Harold has moved up in 1. He won't be starting shotgun on the field, that's for sure. We're on lap 7, so he has a little bit more time, a couple of more laps. He can try to gain a couple of more positions. Well, it's tight quarters, though. Ashton Rice and Terrell Rice. See if he can kind of make his way through the field. Paul Bajanic, he's got a nice gap up front. As Harold is battling with these two. Where is Paul? He's right there. That gap now just about 2.4 seconds. So he's off to the races there. Harold Rothery, now he's in the 8th position. He got past Ashton Rice, trying to make his way around now, and got the white flag though for Paul Bajanic as they come out of turn 4. He's got one more time to go, and that'll wrap up qualifying. Harold Rothery looks like he's down on the inside of Terrell Rice, so that's about as far as he's going to go, I think. Don't have any more time. Paul Bajanic, one final pole position for the season. And I think he's pretty stoked about that, folks. So Paul Bajanic, he'll be on the pole position. So we'll go ahead and then that's running over to the warm-up session here. So as they have a few minutes to get ready for the main event, we'll take another quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the series finale, the Full Moon Bowling Alley 200, here on Rice Motorsports TV. Okay, folks, we're back, and got just about a little over 2 minutes to go before we get going. So we'll take a moment and pause for our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we
Causing a
walked
crash.
were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the
Okay, folks, it is time to go racing one final time here in season 2. And boy, I tell you, it sure has been fun. But you know, all good things must come to an end at some point, and it's just the end of a season. But we'll be getting ready for another season very soon. All the cars lining up for the starting grid, and let's go ahead and take a look at that starting lineup. Paul Bajanic, one final pole position. Matt Holden will be starting right next to him. Clay Rice will be in the 3rd spot with Sarah Oliver 4th. Mike Berg in the 5th position. Oliver Stevens will be starting 6th. Harold Rothery, he missed the start of the heat race, but he able to race up a few positions there, so he will start in that 7th spot with Terrell Rice in the 8th position. Chris Page is 9th, and Ashton Rice starting shotgun on the field in that 10th position. Got the signal for the pace car to roll on out. We are underway. Just a reminder, you know, we do have live timing and scoring. There's a link to it in the description of the video. You can always click on that and see a lot of neat information, a lot of stuff that I can see on other screens that I have. You can see a lot of the same stuff. And just like we said about the street stocks, you know, the street stocks would not be back for season 2, and neither will the trucks. We'll be focusing mainly on the late models. That is our anchor vehicle for this league, and a lot of fun racing in those cars. The guys just love them. But they've been having a lot of fun also with the street stocks and the trucks. Rothery down on that inside line. He's getting ready. Pace cars getting ready to come down on the pit road. Waiting for that green flag.
Green.
We got a green flag, and for the final time racing here in season number 2. This time Paul Bajanic's down on the inside, and he's trying to capitalize on that. Door to door there with the 25 Matt Holden. Trying to see if he can get there. Mike Berg, I don't know if he ran over a curb or something. But Paul Bajanic, he's continuing along. Mike Berg, did I see something? He lost a body part or something, but looks like everybody's rolling along. Harold Rothery started 7th. He's up to the 4th position already. Good grief. And he's trying to race his way through. Meanwhile, Paul Bajanic, wow, 1.2 seconds already on Matt Holden. Harold Rothery, he's in that 4th spot now, trying to pass the 12th Clay Rice. And he'll be battling for that 2nd position very soon as he gets past the 12. Now taking aim on the 25. And he does clear him rather easily there. So put Harold Rothery into that 2nd position. He's got a 1.5 second gap between him and Paul Bajanic. That's what 1.5 seconds looks like. We'll make it 1.4. Long race. We're on lap 5 of 200. The last lap, Paul had the fastest lap by 0.3 of a second. It was a 19.50 to Paul's 19.87. That time they were a little bit closer. His was the 19.74 to Paul's 19.87. Shout out to Ron Walters. Now Ron, he's not here tonight, but he joined us in the Discord chat there. I think he's watching on YouTube, trying to get it up on the television there. Good luck, Ron. Hope you got that going. Shout out to all the other league members. For one reason or another, some of them work schedules and things like that, and we're trying to do something different next season so more people can get in here. I know they want to be here and stuff, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. So far, that gap now about 7/10 of a second. Paul Bajanic, he's continuing. Now it's a long race. Now we know that Harold Rothery, he is one hard charger. Let me tell you, and but they got a lot of tires, so the two of them really have checked out away from the rest of the pack, and we haven't seen this in a while. The pack has been rather tight. They're starting to spread out just a little bit. Matt Holden's in that third spot. He's got a nice gap between him and Clay Rice. But Harold Rothery, he's getting ever closer. It actually won't be too long before Paul Bajanic. Okay, I think that's Mike Berg. He's like just under 5 seconds ahead. You just see him now going into turn 1. And Paul has Harold Rothery for company here. But that's interesting. This is the Season 2 champion battling Season 1 champion at the final race of Season 2. Paul, he had locked up the championship several races ago. Just mathematically, he had locked up the championship. So he's been enjoying just going racing the last, I'd say, 3 or 4 rounds, put it that way, because we had 3 different vehicles we were running and stuff. But yeah, he's been able to enjoy that, and that gap is kind of stabilized around half a second. Between that and 6/10 of a second. Yeah, Harold, he knows it's a long race as well. But a lot of times, on shorter races, you may only have, maybe 1, maybe 2 sets of tires to rely on. But they have 4 sets here tonight, so that'll be good for them as well. If they need 4 sets, the question will also be a question of fuel, because at the street stock, boy, let me tell you, if you did not watch the street stock race, you owe it to yourself to go back and watch that one, the series finale for the street stocks, the battle between Paul Bajanic and Andy Kosalova. That was classic, and it didn't have the finish you kind of thought it was going to have. But I mean, it was close. Oh, Harold Rothery grabbing a little curve there. That cost him just a little bit of time. He's almost a second behind Paul Bajanic. And Paul, he's getting a little closer now to the 45 there. Mike Berg, see him right there. And that's your leader right behind him. Paul Bajanic closing in now, only 1.6 seconds behind. So he'll be pedaling pretty hard, trying to stay ahead of the number 3. But I tell you that, boy, we had some interesting fuel strategies, and there were 2 or 3 cautions, I believe, and man, I tell you, it got quite interesting at the end, that street stock race, and so I'm very interested to see how this one's going to pan out. I want to be surprised just like everybody else. I don't know what the range is on the fuel. We're running the 40% fuel at this track. I'm not exactly sure how many laps they can go. So, but I tell you, I do know for a fact that they ran those tanks dry in the series finale for the street stock. So we'll see what happens tonight here with the trucks. And yeah, shout out to Ron Walters there. Oh, thank you for the compliment on the national anthem. Yeah, we try to make it fun, try to make it realistic. I like the flyby and all that stuff. It's what you expect to see at any national anthem. And, we try to provide that here at Rice Motorsports TV. And dealing with the traffic now. Boy, I tell you, Ron, look at this. Paul Bojanic's trying to make his way past the 45 there. Mike Berg, Harold Rothman, he is watching with great interest here. Looked like, I heard him just shift. He might be shifting down to third. And now he's going to have to try to get past the 45 as well. And looks like I think he'll make it on past. So he's just about passed. Oh, got a little away from him there just a little bit. And Berg is still out front. He is not giving up. He's already a lap down, but oh no, and Harold, he's gonna spin that, and that should trigger a caution. Now, why didn't the caution come out? Is he still, oh, he's still going though. For a minute there, if he had stayed stationary long enough, it would have triggered a caution, but he quickly got going. And fortunately, he did not incur any damage either. The truck looks fine, not a scratch on it. Wow, that was real close there for Harold Rothman. Let's go back and take a quick look here, and we'll see him coming around. He was battling with the 45, and I don't know if he made contact with the back of the 45. Or he just got on the. He might have got on the power, and he locked it down very quickly. Nobody was around him. He was able to get it going. Good recovery, able to keep on racing. There, Harold Rothman, but lap 26. Now he's back. He's still in the second position actually, but he's lost 6.5 seconds to Paul Bojanic. So I think right now he's just gonna have to grind it out until we have the competition caution at the halfway point, lap 101. Paul Bojanic. Let's see if he got past Mike Berg. There, no other traffic yet. Chris Page will be the next truck up. He's just under 2. There he is right there, just under 2 seconds down the road from Paul Bojanic. And thankfully for Paul, the field now has actually started spreading out a little bit. So that will definitely make passing a little easier. Of course, now in our summer session, with the late models, there will be a larger field of cars to deal with. A lot more traffic, a lot more action, a lot more challenge, put it that way. And well, we can't wait to get that going. But no, everybody will take a little bit of a break, take a couple of weeks off, 2-3 weeks. And then, well, I tell you, we'll be right back at it. Held off with a gap, 6.8 seconds. Matt Holden in that third spot there. He's not too far behind, 1.5 seconds behind Clay Rice. You see how they're all spread out now. Clay Rice 4th, Ashton Rice is 5th, and Oliver Stevens. There's a trio of trucks battling there. Oliver Stevens, Terrell Rice, and Sarah Oliver battling for position. That's 6th, 7th, and 8th position. Chris Page is quite a ways back, and boy, he's really got your leader getting rather close now. But Harold Rothman is still behind the gap, still about 7 seconds now. Harold Rothman, he's got a clean track. And I think Harold just needs to make sure he don't push himself too hard, because sometimes he'll wear his tires out trying to push hard. He's told us that many times. And but it's still a long race. We're only on lap 34 of 200. So a long ways to go for sure. As he races, Matt Holden's at a comfortable gap for 1.5 seconds to 25. So you got to watch some of these AI drivers. They're going along, and then after a while, it seems like their pace kind of picks up. So, we wait till we get into the back end of this fuel run or tire run, and we'll see how things are going at that point. That's a lap car, Chris Page behind him. That's not for position. Chris Page is in that lucky dog position. Mike Berg also 1 lap down. The gap hovering around 7.5 seconds from Paul Bojanic back to Harold Rothman. So far, Paul's doing pretty good. Now, like I said, he's got Oliver Stevens. Now it's about 1.7 seconds, the gap. And, you know, it takes a little while for them to catch these guys. I tell you, both Paul and Harold, they got off to a rocket of a start. They really got up there, and I think that's what probably helping them right now. Got a message from Ron Walters saying, Harold, we did hear him downshift one time. He was trying, doing some downshifting in the turns, but that wasn't exactly working for him. So he might be sticking to the, to just, I guess, running at fourth, because, you know, it is a fixed setup league, and they're running the Martinsville setup. Harold Rothery getting ever closer to Oliver Stevens. So he'll be dealing with them very shortly. That gap, but the gap is still, it's 7.4 seconds. And, well, he's got Mike Berg right there. That's not for position, though. He's passing another lapped truck right there. So now less than 60 laps away from the halfway point. And Janik still see a little, that 33 truck has made some contact somewhere. See some battle scars on the driver's side of that number 33. Stevens on the tail end of the lead lap. The leader right there behind him. Oh, he did have a bit of contact. A little bit of wing, the rear spoiler damage there on the 33. Now, of course, those tires. Oh, and Paul, he grabs a little bit of curb there. Of course, those tires aren't what they were at the drop of the green flag. So Paul, looks like the 33 now is also really getting on the bumper of the 78 Sarah Oliver. And that is for position for Paul Bajanic. Going to be watching these two battle for position. He's trying to lap both of them. Oh, I see when it looks like the 33 picked up some damage somewhere because the rear body panel of the truck is missing. Looks like the Paul Bajanic, did he get through? Yes, he did. So Oliver Stevens goes a lap down. So Paul Bajanic working his way through the field. Harold Rothery still has yet to catch. Now that's Mike Berg, and I'm sorry, that's Chris Page in front of him, the 15 truck. That's not for position. He's one of the lap trucks already. Right now we're showing, oh, and he really closed up quick on that 15, but he does get past. He's still in, this whole time, he's still in the second place. But there he is, and there's Paul right there, about a half a lap ahead. Now dealing with the 78 there, Sarah Oliver. And I'm sure, you know, Paul's kind of just being methodical about it, just kind of easing his way on through the traffic. Now things could, at the rate we're going right now, it's looking like it could be a bit of a situation where we might get some good green flag pit stops, and that's where you kind of have to, you know, a little anxious moment. Once you go a lap down or so, then you got to hope it stays green. You don't want to get stuck a lap down with a caution. And I see Chris Page, just as I talk about green flag pit stops, here they go. 15 truck making his way in. Somebody else just came into it. It's the 12 there, Clay Rice, also making his way down on the pit road. And Oliver Stevens also coming in. So green flag pit stops are underway. Right now we've got Matt Holden. I just saw him head on into the pits. A lot of action on pit road. And of course, a lot of these trucks, see Ashton Rice and somebody else, I think that was Terrell Rice. Just about the whole field now has come into pit. Except for your two leaders, Paul Bajanic and Harold Rothery. Clay Rice exiting the pits there. And oh yeah, Ron, I just sent them the message, trying out a new message system here with the broadcast software, because they guessed correctly. And here comes your leader, Paul Bajanic. Now, is he going to give up the lead? No, he won't, because Harold Rothery is also coming down on pit road. Now, the other trucks went a lap down. Now, Matt Holden, he was only one lap down. He's on the backstretch there. So these guys are making their way down pit road. Matt Holden has already stopped. He pitted on lap 49. And Janik finally getting to his pit box there. And let's see if he's just going to get fuel, or is he going to get tire? I guess he's just going to, well, he did get right side tires. Let's see if he does a full set here. Yep, left side's going on. And he's on his way. Is he going to beat it? No, Harold Rothery got him. Harold Rothery jumped him in pit road. So put Harold Rothery.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, we got us a caution. Oh, no, what was it? What happened? And then Harold Rothery spun. What happened there? What in the world? Something happened to Paul Bajanic, and then we were just looking at Harold Rothery, and he also spun. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Let's look at Paul first, and we'll watch him coming out of the pits here. And you see right there, Harold Rothery just does beat him off of pit road. Now, I don't know if he made a 4-tire stop. Oh, Paul got on the gas too hard. Boy, he got hard into the wall. And where is Harold at? Let's run it back a little bit, because when Paul got on the gas, I wonder if Harold did the same thing. Because here's the now you just saw Paul in the background put the power down a little too hard, and oh boy, I don't know if Harold put the power down or the thing just got away from him. Wow, that was interesting. But your caution here on lap 55. Guys back on pit road. I think they might have burned one of those faster pairs. Harold trying to get into his pit box, trying to get lined up, and he does use a faster pair, and he's putting the left sides on. Paul Bajanic, I think he's just trying to save the faster pair. Looks like he's just sitting. Boy, he's going. I hope they're not losing a lap. They're going to lose a lap if they're not careful. And now he's on his way, making his way off of pit road. Harold Rothery's already out. They're both at the moment 8th and 9th, and I believe they managed to stay on the lead lap. Matt Holden, remember when the two leaders pitted, everybody was 2 laps down except for Matt Holden, and it was Matt Holden. I don't know, it was him and somebody else. I don't know if it's Clay Rice or not, but I do know for sure Matt Holden was only 1 lap down, and I kind of thought that both Bajanic and Rothery would end up going a lap down. And just when you thought it was gonna, just like, oh, we're just gonna be cruising along now, it just got more interesting. And got a report from Ron Walters, 2-tire stop made the truck way loose. So I guess they won't do that again. And we saw when Harold Rothery came back in and he put the left side tires on. So let's see, is the lights out on the pace car? No, we're going to get one more lap. So it'll be lap of 59, I believe, when we get the green flag as they cross the stripe here. But everybody's back on the lead lap. And who was that? Somebody just took off. That was Mike Berg. He was on the tail end of the lead lap, but he was between the pace car and the leader. So he gets a free pass to get around and come around to the tail end of the field. And making their way down the backstretch, getting ready for the restart. Never a dull moment here at Rice Motorsports TV, folks. Pace car down on pit road. Matt Holden saying, see you later. Green flag, we're racing once again. And it's the Rice kids right behind them there. Clay Rice and Ashton Rice. We got us a caution. Uh-oh, and it involved Harold Rothery and Paul Bajanic. Let's see. Where's Paul? He's up there. He's still running as well. So caution number 2 is they're coming back to. I guess they're racing around to get picked up by the pace car. There he is there, so he will slow down. And what I can tell, looks like Harold looks like he's okay. His truck looks okay. Paul Bajanic, now he didn't use a fast repair. That damage was already there. Let's go back and take a look here. What brought out this second caution? And so we see Harold Rothery in the background, and he's right behind Paul Bajanic. And looks like they're coming down to the stripe here, and don't know if they got cold tires or what. Something weird about the handling, putting on this fresh rubber, and they're heading down now. I wonder if he got involved with the 33. Oh, let's see. Looked like did he make contact? Couldn't tell from that angle. Oh boy, they got real tight there. And Paul Bajanic rode the curb there just a little bit and got a little tap there from the one trying to avoid him, but no major damage for either one of them. So I think they both dodged the bullet right there for sure. And Paul Bajanic, both him and Harold Rothery coming down pit road. And I'm thinking this time Paul Bajanic might burn a fast repair. What do you think? Let's see what happens. And he comes on down, and no, he's still holding on to those fast repairs. And Harold Rothery already on his way out. So Paul, he is just trying to, I tell you, if you get too much damage though, and you don't use a fast repair, and now he decides to go ahead and use it. Maybe it wasn't. He was trying to get it to activate, and it wasn't doing it at first. Because if you play around too much, and you go in there without using that fast repair, then yeah, you might end up with required repairs, and then you're just stuck on pit road. So yes, he's used one of his 2 fast repairs, and Harold Rothery already used one, so they both have one remaining. And Matt Holden once again at the top there getting ready, and I tell you, he just took off when he hit that start zone. Should be getting the 1 to go this time around. The lights are out on the pace car as they're making their way around. It'll be lap 65 on the restart. Now we're starting to inch a little closer to the halfway point. Everybody's pitted at least once. Harold Rothery and Paul Bajanic have come in a couple of times. Again, don't know if they took it. Well, I know Harold Rothery added the left side tires. So whether or not he will pit at the caution or not, who knows?
Green flag.
And
green
we're
flag.
racing once again. Harold Rothery right up there. Oh, in the mix there. Tight quarters. Paul Bajanic a little bit further back at the moment. Rothery trying to work his way through the field. Currently in that 6th position on the outside of Sarah Oliver. Might be a little boxed in at the moment. Paul Bajanic looked like he just cleared Oliver Stevens, but he's also kind of boxed in by the 15 there. Chris Page, nowhere to really go. Oh, and he does tap that bumper just a little bit. Oh, it looks, I think the 33, he got into the wall, but he continues. Harold Rothery, meanwhile, he's just got past Sarah Oliver, trying to make his way up, now dealing with the 12 Clay Rice. 12 Rice right in front of them. And Ashton Rice. The Rice kids running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Wow. And looks like he'll make that pass. They're starting to spread out enough now that he's got room to maneuver coming out of those turns. Easily moves into that 3rd position, now trying to chase down Ashton Rice. As Matt Holden, he's got just about a 2nd lead on 2nd place Ashton Rice, who's I think about to go down to 3rd position. Oh, and Rothery grabs a little bit too much curb. I mean, he still holds on to it and gets the second position. Wow. Harold Rothery driving like a man possessed. And that was good, though. He didn't want to hit the 49. And he said, you know, I'll ride the curb to keep from hitting the other vehicle, and made it work. So now he's up to that second spot. And now challenging for the lead. And it looks like, boy, that might have been one of his easier passes. Harold Rothery now into the lead. Let's see, where's Paul Bajanic? He's back in the 6th position. He's clear at the moment. He's got Sarah Oliver behind him. And who's in front? That's Terrell Rice. Got the Rice kids directly in front of him. Terrell Rice, Clay Rice, Ashton Rice. And then Matt Holden's in the 2nd position. Harold Rothery already opening up a 1 point, just about 1.2 second gap. And I tell you, they love flirting with that curb. That curb here at Martinsville, that thing can bite you if you're not careful. But they're really they're getting down with it, I tell you. Paul Bajanic gets that 5th position. Or trying to hold on to it. Well, he actually got it from Terrell because so now he's in 5th. Now battling with the 12 there, Clay Rice. And we're at lap 74 of 200. And he goes down on the inside. Oh, boy, that was a heck of a slam there against the outside wall. And the last time Paul was in victory lane, boy, that truck was beat up. Now he must like that look. I don't know if that's a good sign for him or not. He's like Rocky, man. He's gonna get all beat up and bloody. And you never know. It might be a good sign there for the number 3. But right now, he's still in that 5th position, carrying a few battle scars there. Harold Rothery comfortably out front 1 point. Actually, what is that? Just about 3.5 seconds. A very good, nice, comfortable gap between, you see where Harold Rothery coming out of turn 4. Making his way down to the stripe, and Matt Holden just coming out of turn 4. Ashton Rice, Clay Rice, along with Paul Bajanic. Look at Bajanic now taking a look down on the inside. Oh, I think he might have tried a little bit too far back to try to see if he could get that position. Needed to be just a little bit closer. No, boy, I tell you, he is getting after it here tonight with the trucks here at Martinsville. Trying to get a little closer, and is he going to make it that time? He might make it. The thing is, trying to get that power down coming off the corner. And boy, look at the 12. 12 is not giving him a whole lot of room, I'll tell you that much. And he finally gets past Clay Rice, who's into that 4th position. Oh, it's getting away from him. Oh, wow. Woo. Is he still running? He's still rolling. That was weird. I guess iRacing decided not to knock his bumper off. It came off for a second, but we do have damage turned on, but I guess he's wow. I wonder if he's damaged though. And I guess they'll have to watch and see how his truck is doing. And oh no. And he is gonna have to come in on the pit road. He didn't, he kept going, so the caution didn't come out. But boy, now he's gonna lose a lap or 2, and he may have to burn his second faster pair as he makes his way down pit road. And boy, he really hit the wall hard, and so I think he just lost a lap, and seeing the lead vehicles go by. Get down to his pit box. Yep, there goes the second of 2 faster pairs. And he is on his way. So that puts him back to the 10th position and also 1 lap down. And they're on lap 84. So he may have to do some drastic changes to his whatever strategy he had in mind. He may have to stay out when I don't know if that'll work for him or not, but trying to stay out at the competition caution just to gain that track position to get back on the lead lap. I mean, with one to go, he could probably get in there and get some tires and stuff, but I can see that happening for sure. 5.3 seconds. Harold Rothery ahead of Matt Holden. He's still holding on to that second position. Aston Rice is third. And we've said it before, back in season 1, Aston Rice, she was a little bit of a terror too. She would, especially at the end of a race, she had a way of getting up there and getting in your face and causing problems. And I got a message from Ron Walters that he had a meatball flag and he had to come in and get that cleared. I guess he used his fast repair. He had to come in and get those damages because as hard as he hit the wall, yeah, I can imagine that's what happened. But right now it looks like he's okay. So and we still have a long ways to go. So yeah, he's in the lucky dog position as long as, even if a caution comes out, as long as he's not involved. Right now, I think his goal, we're lap 89, so I think his goal right now is to get to that competition caution, and then he'll just sort himself out there, whatever he's going to do. So Harold Rothery, he's right there, and Paul Bajanic actually is not that far ahead of Harold Rothery. There he is. He's only a couple of trucks ahead of Harold Rothery, so Harold might go up there and put him another lap down. We got 10 laps to go before we get the competition caution, and I think it's going to be in Ron Walter's best, not Ron Walter, but Paul Bajanic's best interest to only stay a lap down. He does not need to lose another lap to Harold Rothery. He wants to at least have that one lap down. So right now, I think he's probably pushing as hard as he can. Got nice clear track ahead of him, so no problem there. Harold Rothery is only a couple of trucks behind him. That 45 there of Mike Berg, now he's on the tail end of the lead lap. Chris Page and Paul Bajanic are a lap down. As a matter of fact, Chris Page is in the lucky dog position, so, and I think Page is actually behind Harold Rothery. He just went a lap down, so Harold Rothery thought a little better of it, stuck his nose in there, said, "Nah, I'm not gonna risk that right now. We're so close to the break here." And now he gets a good run, and that time he made a good clean pass, got past the 45. So now that is Paul Bajanic about a straightaway ahead of him. And strategy-wise, yeah, he probably wouldn't mind putting Paul another lap down before the caution comes out. He's definitely trying to catch him. Harold obviously likes this track as well. It is a fun track to race at. I'm not going to lie, though. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks. That gap is 1.5 seconds between Paul Bajanic and Harold Rothery. Harold's last lap was a 20.15. Paul's was a 20.26. Now make it 20.31 for Paul and 20.56 for Harold. So Paul, he's fighting hard to stay only one lap down. And come around this time, when Harold Rothery crosses the stripe, it'll be lap 98. So basically, 2 more laps and start lap 101. That will trigger the caution. Harold Rothery right there behind him. And it doesn't look like he's really, I don't know, can he catch him in a couple of more laps? Maybe he can, maybe he can't. And who is that? That's Sarah Oliver up ahead of Paul Bajanic. And boy, look at this, folks. And coming to the we're on the backstretch here. It'll basically be one more lap. Paul Bajanic, boy, Harold Rothery is really caught up to Paul Bajanic. He's got one more lap. Caution will come out when they cross the stripe next time around. And Paul's got to hold him off for one more lap if he can. Harold Rothery is right there. And Paul doing a little judicious blocking or trying to protect that, and we got the caution. We got the one lap on one, the competition caution. Paul Bajanic does manage to stay only one lap down. So he breathes a little sigh of relief here as Harold Rothery will now can take a little break himself. He'll collect the pace car, and we'll see what Paul Bajanic does. He's coming around now to catch up to the back of the field. As pace car is coming out, Harold Rothery will be catching. Now he's collected by the pace car. And we'll see what the rest of the field does. And Rothery making his way down on pit road. We see Mike Berg, Chris Page, they're not on the lead lap, so they obviously stay out. And it's kind of expected. The rest of the field's coming on in. Clay Rice, Matt Holden, the whole gang, Ashton Rice, they're all making their way down. And there's Paul Bajanic. Of course, he wasn't on the lead lap, so he's scooting on around just like Mike Berg and Chris Page. They're the three that are not on the lead lap. Harold Rothery in his pit box, like he's getting a full set of tires. Not doing that 2-tire stop anymore. He's on his way out, 15.6 seconds for Rothery. He exits pit road. Paul Bajanic. Now, Chris Page, now all he elects to stay out. And so he put himself in this position. Mike Berg, he came in. He was one of the other trucks that was a lap down, and we just saw Chris Page just getting down to his pit box. Those three were a lap down. So Paul Bajanic now has positioned himself between the pace car and your leader, Harold Rothery, coming up right behind him. And boy, you can hear Harold already fuel saving, just letting that thing roll in neutral. And I imagine with one to go, this is the interesting part now. Paul, he's on the tail end of the lead lap. Yes, he'll get a chance to come around to the tail end of the field, but he did not pit for tires. The last time he pitted was on lap 81. So he's going to have to just go a little bit further. Definitely can almost expect a green flag pit stop, but at least he'll be at the tail end of the field instead of with the leader right on his tail, and he'll be on the lead lap as well. So, you know what they say, it ain't over till it's over. So we definitely learned that on Monday. I keep saying Monday, on Tuesday night with the street stocks. So I'm thinking we'll get the one to go this time around, and Paul Bajanic will go ahead and take off and come around to the back of the field. The lights are out on the pace car. He gets going. So he'll scoot on around. And he's got to hurry and get around there. And that'll put him on the lead lap. He was already on the lead lap, the tail end of the lead lap, but he really needs to get around there because Harold Rothery, they're going in, the pace car is down on pit road. They're going into turns 3 and 4. Paul Bajanic is just now coming down the backstretch, and he'll be at full speed just about. And we got the green flag. Paul Bajanic, he did catch up to the pack. So he's right there at the very tail end. So Harold Rothery is leading once again, about 8/10. Got a good jump there. Matt Holden right there under attack by Clay Rice, Ashton Rice. Now Paul Bajanic, he's got to keep his nose clean. He cannot afford to have any problems right now. He doesn't have any more fast repairs, and he does not need any unnecessary risk. He just kind of needs to stick with it. And right now, he needs to probably baby those tires because he didn't get a chance to pit like everybody else. Put on some fresh Goodyears. Oh, and he banged doors with the 33 there. Oliver Stevens at just a little bit. That is for position. Stevens in that 8th spot. Oliver Janik, he definitely will. He'll still try to make his way up through the field. Oh, I think, he was going to carry a little bit more speed than Stevens was. He very quickly got out of it, and boy, he came close to tagging the wall himself. And he cannot afford any more hard hits on the wall because he doesn't, I don't believe he has any more fast repairs. I'm pretty sure he used both of them. Meanwhile, Harold Rothwell up front has opened up. Wow, the gap is already 4.4 seconds. And Matt Holden, he's been doing pretty good to hold on to that second position. We're at lap 111 of 200. And he's getting a bit of pressure there from Clay Rice. Ashton Rice, no pressure right now. She's ahead of Sarah Oliver. Terrell Rice in the 6th position. Paul Bajanik still back there. He's in the 9th spot. Chris Page lost a lap. He pitted on lap 102 with the rest of the field, but he's still let's see, Chris Page, yeah, he's 1 lap down. And there's Paul Bajanik now getting past the 45. Mike Berg into that 8th position. So the field is starting to spread out just a little bit. And he's just got to try to see if he can ease his way through there. Harold Rothwell opening up a huge gap. Now you got to wonder how his tires are going to be at the end. And it seemed to me, like when we came to the competition caution, it seemed like Harold's tires are just fine because he was really closing in on Paul Bajanik. And the challenge that Paul Bajanik has, right now, his tires aren't as fresh. They're already, when did he pit? The last time he pitted was lap 81. So he's just well over 20, maybe close to 30 laps now on those tires. As he gets that 7th position, flirting with that curb, but he does look like he'll hold on to that 7th spot as he clears out Oliver Stevens. Sarah Oliver would be the next target. She's in that 6th position. They're all spread out pretty good there. Now lap 117 of 200. Things are just rolling right along here at the moment, and Harold right now is enjoying a 6.4. It seemed like he got up to about 6 seconds, 6.4, and it might have plateaued right there. I don't know if he's going to be able to stretch it out anymore or not. He's really trying to. Clay Rice has actually moved into the 2nd position. So, and the gap now is 6.2, 6.1. Either Harold is slowing down or Clay Rice is speeding up. Clay's last lap was a 20.02. Harold's was a 20.22. So Rice is a little bit faster than the number 1. And Harold, he's running pretty hard right now. And Paul Bajanik is currently in that 7th position, getting a bit closer to the 78 there, Sarah Oliver. And while everything's going along copacetic here right now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the series finale of the Short Track Truck Series here on Rice Motorsports TV. And here we are, folks. Caution here, lap 127. And I think we actually had it, we were looking right at it during the commercial break there. And I don't know if Paul, he was trying to get in there, and he is coming down pit road for some much needed good years. Most definitely in Harold Rothery, it looks like he does stay out. But Paul Bajanic, obviously, from the looks of it, the only one coming down pit road. And this could put him in a nice position here. Four-tire pit stop and top off the fuel, and we're at lap 128. So if he has any damage, he's going to do that as well. Tires going on. Or is he getting tires? Or it looked like he's just sitting there. He may be trying to save his tires. I don't think he got a set of tires. But you can see where that right front fender got knocked out a little bit, and he's on his way, getting a little damage. I thought that was a 27.9 second stop. I thought he got a set of tires. I'm not sure if he did or not. I didn't see the truck. The trucks don't jack up that much when they get tires. It's not as pronounced when they get tires. But at first, I thought I would have thought he would have gotten a set of tires because, wow, he had been on those other tires since lap 83 or something. But we definitely saw him get some damage done as well, or corrected. And so he re-enters the field here in the 8th position. Probably get the one to go next time around. So I think, let's see, where was he running? Was he running, he was running 7th or 6th or something like that. So it cost him, that still cost him a couple of positions. But he did get some, we know he got some damage fixed on the truck. And I would think that he would have gotten a fresh set of good years. So we'll see how things go now. Lights are indeed out on the pace car. It'll be lap 132 on the restart. Here we go, folks. Hang on. Harold Rothery leading them back to the green flag. Clay Rice right there. He was starting to catch Rothery as those laps were unwinding, and neither one of them obviously pitted either. Boy, Clay Rice getting right close there. Got the green flag. I don't know what that was all about. And good get away from Harold Rothery. Clay Rice right there, and Ashton Rice also right there. Sarah Oliver in that 4th position. Look at them battling back there. Matt Holden, he had led a good portion of the race. Paul Bajanic a little further back. And, boy, you're going to have to be careful going through those turns there. He's in that 8th spot, trying to grab 7th from the 45. Looks like he'll get it. Paul Bajanic is on a charge. Meanwhile, up at the front, Harold Rothery got a nice little gap once again, 1.7 seconds. He's getting a good getaway. It's almost like we'll see what happens with 12 here, because it seems like on a really long run, that last time it seemed like the 12 was starting to reel him in just a little bit. So right now, it's almost like an airplane. If you're having engine trouble, what's the first thing you want to do is, if you can, get some altitude. That way you can have more. As long as you're up there in the sky, a little more altitude, you have time to work the problem, and because having a problem with an airplane close to the ground, that's not great. So Harold Rothery trying to stretch out that gap there a little bit, 1.4 seconds, just in case that number 12 gets a little racer. Oh, we got us there's Matt Holden, and had a little spin there. So caution here on lap 136. Let's go back and see what happened here. And Holden, he is the 25 truck. And did he get in the back of the 70? Oh, the 3 got in. The 3 was trying to dive in there really late and tag the 25. Paul's been really trying to go in there really deep. And he's trying to shoot that gap. If that could come back to bite him later on. He was really far back, and if that happens, if that happens too many times, he might end up paying the ultimate price for that. But Paul Bojanic in that 5th position. Now this will be interesting. We're at lap 138. What's the strategy? And see Terrell Rice, he's going to get a lap back. In fact, that'll put him on the lead lap. He's in lucky dog position as he races around the track. And let's see, Paul Bojanic's coming down pit road. Well, I tell you, he's putting himself right back at the tail end. I wonder if he's going to, let's see. You know what? Let's take a look at this. I wonder if he's going to get tires, because he might not have actually got tires the last time in. I'm very interested to see this. Now he might be getting fuel too. Might be thinking a little bit of fuel strategy as well. He might be trying to, 139. Let's take a look. He did have a faster pair left. I didn't think he had one, and he's getting tires. So he did not get tires that last time in. Got right sides, getting the left sides on. So yeah, okay, fresh set of tires for Paul Bojanic, where he is right back at the tail end of the field though, and everybody's on the lead lap once again. And let's see, we don't have the one to go just yet, so that'll give him a good amount of time. He'll come around and catch up to the rear end of the field. And he came in there on lap 138. He's the only one to really come in, so that's going to adjust his fuel window as well. And we're going to have less than 60 laps to go when we get the green flag. So that could be an interesting turn of events there as they come out of turn 4. Lights should be going out on the pace car this time as we cross the stripe. And yep, it'll be 1 to go. Lap 142 on the restart. Everybody moves into their starting position. Paul Bojanic looks like he'll be the 9th spot, or yeah, he'll be the 9th spot because Terrell Rice got that wave around, so he has to go to the end of the longest line. Pace car down on pit road. Harold Rothway going to have to try to get away from the Rice kids there once again.
Green.
We got a green flag, and he takes off. Boy, I tell you, Clay Rice is right there. Oh, and look at Ashton Rice. She's trying to sneak past her brother there. Ashton Rice moves into that 2nd position. Oh boy, this will be bringing up memories for Harold Rothway from season 1. Ashton Rice in that rearview mirror. Yeah, that may be the last person that he wants to see in the rearview mirror. But right now, he is opening that gap 3/4 of a second at the moment. But Ashton Rice, she is right there. Look at Sarah Oliver also now gets up to the 2nd position. Clay Rice go back to the 5th spot. But they're both trying to chase down Harold Rothway. About 1.2, 1.3 seconds is the gap between him and Rice. Now their tires all have a little bit of age on them now. Harold Rothway last pitted on lap 102. So they've got over 40 laps on them. Paul Bojanic has fresh tires, but it looked like he just moved into the 8th position, trying to work his way through the field. And I'm thinking, let's see, he might have one more set left. I'm pretty sure they have at least one more set left if they need it or if they want to use it. And Paul, he is trying to make hay while the sun is shining. And boy, look, and Harold Rothie, that gap is down less than half a second. Ashton Rice has drawn a bead on that number one. And just like she did in season, she didn't do it this much in season 2, but in season 1, you really had to look out for that 49 when it started getting toward the end of a race. And boy, I tell you, she is coming like gangbusters now. Getting ready to put the pressure on the number one there, Harold Rothie. Sporting a new paint scheme there for the number one. So those two are, I would say those two are separating themselves from the field, but you know, look at Oliver Stevens. He's been a little bit of a sleeper too. In some of the other series, he's kind of been sneaking his way up there in the top 5 into podium positions. And you know, Clay Rice, he might have lost some spots, but he's still kind of right there. There's Paul Bajanic in that 6th position. He's trying to join the party. Boy, we're at lap 150. Now it'll be less than 50 laps to go. I call it getting into the money laps now here, folks. And boy, Paul Bajanic with those tires. He definitely has a tire advantage on everybody around him at the moment. And he just trying to ease his way through the field. And look at how easily he's picking off the 12 and the 78. Next target, the 33 there, Oliver Stevens. Harold Rothie is managing to hold on to the lead. He opened it. It was down to less than half a second. Now 1.2 between him and Ashton Rice. But that offset is not on his side. Paul Bajanic has those fresh tires, and the longer they go into this, if this thing goes green all the way to the end, he also got to think, does he have the fuel to get to the end? Paul has those fresh tires, plus he also obviously probably filled up his tank, you know, well, whatever 40% of it that he can get in there. He got that 40% fuel there, and so he definitely has that advantage. Now, he got up there past 2 or 3 of the trucks that he just passed. And he's trying to work on Ashton Rice here, or he's just trying to conserve those tires a little bit. Because right now he's in the podium position. Number 3 is in the 3rd position at the moment. And watch, you know, we've been seeing him really go for some passes here. And he doesn't want to overcook those tires. You know, you don't want to go sliding into the turns, and the more sliding you do, the more you're just taking the life out of those tires. But to kind of baby them along just a little bit, the gap now up to 3 seconds. Harold Rothie opting to just go for distance. So if he does hit a cliff, at least he's got a little bit of a gap, and they'll have to up their stuff to catch him, even though he may start to fall off himself. And especially if this thing stays green. Because right now, it's a weird situation. You might want to caution, and so that you can go in and get a splash of fuel, maybe get a set of tires, but you don't want it too close to the end of the race, because if you end up at the back of the pack, then you have to do the same thing that Paul Bajanic is doing. And he has gotten past Ashton Rice, by the way. Let's go back and take a look at that pass. And here he is coming down. It looked like he was going to ride behind her there for a little while, but those tires working good for him. He got a nice pass there. And we do have some action here. Ashton Rice, she's coming down pit road. Her, Oliver Stevens, and Clay Rice and Chris Page all coming down pit road. I'm thinking this is probably for fuel here. And I tell you, Harold Rothery, if he knows what his fuel predictions are right now, he may already know he's in trouble, because we see so many other, just about everybody else in the field is now pitting, and everybody's going to be at least a lap down or more, except for Harold Rothery, Paul Bajanic, and the 25 there, Matt Holden. And so he's staying out as well. He pitted on lap 102, Paul Bajanic, and he's coming down pit road as well. So now it'll just be Paul Bajanic and Harold Rothery. Paul Bajanic pitted on lap 138. He got tires and fuel. Harold Rothery pitted on lap 102. I'm sure he did the same, but it was lap 102. So his tires are at least, I'd say 40 laps older than Paul Bajanic. And boy, look at him rocketing through the field there. Some lap traffic there for sure. Harold Rothery trying to herp and scoot on through there. That was Chris Page, Mike Berg. They're a couple of laps down now. Everybody's a lap down or more except for him and Paul Bajanic. Paul, he's back in that traffic now, I imagine. And no, he's got clean air at the moment. Gap is just under 6 seconds. Now he's got Chris Page and Mike Berg directly ahead of him. And I think maybe they're the ones, let's see, Chris Page. There's Chris Page. Matt Holden's in front of him. Where's Harold Rothery? Harold's right there. So Paul Bajanic is right there, and he's got to catch this group up here. He's still got a little ways to go, about a quarter of a lap to go to catch those guys. But he is in the second position. The gap right now at 5.8 seconds. Almost, yeah, just went over 6 seconds. Harold Rothery opened that gap up to 6 once again. And isn't that ironic? Now he's coming up on the 12 of Clay Rice, who was actually running him down ever so slightly through, before that last caution came out. And we just got the message that Harold Rothery is indeed going to have to pit again for fuel. So he'd probably love to get, worst case scenario, get a caution so that he doesn't have to lose a lap. But yeah, if that's the case, this thing's going to go green. He'll probably go a lap down. Maybe go a lap down. I don't know if he'll try to change tires or just get a splash of fuel. But because the gap, it's kind of holding at around 6 seconds. Paul Bajanic's got those fresh tires. He definitely has the advantage. And that's kind of the thing that's been, it's been his driving on track, his decisions, his strategy. All these things come into play, when you're fighting for a championship. And if you win a championship, it's not just about winning the races, because he definitely didn't win every race. But he has always been there or had himself in a position to be up there at the front and getting those points when he needs to get them. And that's how you win championships. And so now is and you got a little bit of luck too. So he in this particular race here, yeah, he needed a pit stop, and he needed a caution. He got it. He was able to get in there and do what he had to do. And making those pit stops, that strategy, it just changes everything. Your fuel window, everything. Your tire window, everything changes in relation to the rest of the field. Harold Rothery still is almost half a lap ahead of Paul Bajanic, but it doesn't really matter, because Paul might be trying to say, you know what, I'm going to kind of ease off here a little bit and just try to save my stuff. Harold might be, he could be living on borrowed time, hoping that something's going to happen that will trigger a caution, so that the 12 and the 98 there getting a little close together. And that is for position. And here comes Harold Rothery. There he is. He can't go any further. He's making his way down pit road. Coming down pit road, there's Paul Bajanic about to go by, and he will assume the lead as Harold Rothery, that slow crawl down pit road. Now, can he get in? Will he get in and out before Paul Bajanic comes around? He's already on the backstretch and creeping down to his pit box. He's getting the fuel he needs to get to the end, and he's on his way. Here comes Paul Bajanic. I don't know. It's going to be close. Can he get off of pit road in time? And he's clear. Where's Paul? There's Paul right there. And, and he just doesn't have the momentum. Paul Bajanic, he did, I don't know, Paul, I think Paul might have just kind of like, you know what, I don't need any problems here. I'm going to ease up. And as he knew Harold was getting up to speed, it looked like he dipped down to the inside there. I guess he wanted to make sure that he didn't have any kind of situation, but now he's in a very good situation. In fact, their roles have been reversed here. He was the one that was on the tail end of the lead lap, needing a caution to get fresh tires. Now he's got what he need. Now 24 laps remaining, and Harold, ironically, is in the second position, but on the tail end of the lead lap. Now he didn't get tires. He only had time to get fuel. And that, to keep him on the lead lap, I think he would have still been second. But let's see, who's in the third position? That's Ashton Rice. And so let's see, where is Ashton Rice in relation to Harold Rothery? She's back there. So yeah, she's still a good little ways behind. She is coming out of turn 4, and Rothery is in turns 1 and 2. So if he had, gotten tires, she might have got a jump on it, but then he would have had fresh tires. So he also would have been able to maybe run her down in the closing laps. But it would have also been a battle of trying to get back on the lead lap, so it wouldn't have been for the win. But right now, he may be able to hold on to this second position. Ashton Rice is still a good little ways behind in that third spot. But Paul Bajanic right now, it looks like with 20 laps to go, it looks like he may be able to cruise to a win here. Just keep his nose clean. Got the message that Bajanic is definitely trying to stretch it to the end, and by Rothery being on the tail end of the lead lap, he doesn't have to push it, and he doesn't have to dive bomb these guys going into these turns. He is really flirting with disaster when he does that. I don't know why he does that, because that could really come up snake eyes for him. And I mean, at this point, it's not necessary, especially if he's trying to save fuel. He doesn't need to push that hard, because the 15, that's not for position either. And I tell you, that adrenaline gets going, and sometimes it's hard for you to slow down. But sometimes it is in your best interest to slow down and just, put that thing on cruise control, because he definitely has the track position. Harold Rothery, he's getting on with the program. That's not for position, Mike Vernon. There's nobody that he's racing for position except for Paul Bajanic. And Paul is like 2.2 seconds behind him with 16 laps to go. He knows that he would have to get a caution to be able to come all the way around and get on Paul Bajanic's rear bumper there to have any kind of a chance. But I'm sure he's not gonna hope for a caution too much, because you know what they say, sometimes when you wish for something too much, you end up being bringing out what it was you're wishing for. So, like I said, be careful what you ask for. Coming to the stripe, it'll be 14 laps to go. And this one is looking like it could be pretty much academic at this point. So we'll ride it out and see how this thing's finished. We'll take another quick break. We'll be right back. We're watching the series finale for the Truck Series, the Full Moon Bowling Alley 200, here on Rice Motorsports TV.
are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this .625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnett. Is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, 7 laps to go. Harold Rothery in that second position. And there he is right there, Paul Bajanic, almost a full lap ahead of him. And boy, he is trying to stretch this thing out without stopping once again. He last pitted on lap 138. So can he run that? Does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? He definitely has a clean track now. Was that Mike Berg up ahead of him? He's in 9th position, 1 lap down. Now 5 laps to go. I'm sure he's looking at his fuel gauge. It's probably, who knows, he gets the white flag. It might be less than a lap. It may be at point whatever, you know. And so now's a little bit of a nervous time here for Paul Bajanic, trying to hope that, because if he has to come in, even if it's just a splash of fuel, the time it would take to go down pit road, and that would be it for him there. And I wonder, I don't know if he has a clutch that he can. A lot of times we'll hear guys put that clutch in and try to save some fuel. I don't think I've ever heard him do it, so he might not have a clutch to work with there. Because if the positions were reversed, you can best believe Harold Rothery would be doing it. But hey, he's going to be getting the white flag next time around. Harold Rothery is still over a half a lap away. White flag is in the air, and he only has to make it 1 more lap. And he's going nice and easy, going through turns 3 and 4. Your season 2 champion for the final time. 1 more win, and it is Paul Bajanic taking the win here tonight in the series finale of the Truck Series. Putting an absolute stamp of authority on his championship. What better way to cap it off? Thrilling victory last week, and just the right strategy just to put himself in a position to just be able to roll the dice and go for it here tonight at Martinsville with the trucks. And I tell you, man, he has definitely earned the championship this season. And I guess he has just enough fuel to do a burnout as the field goes by. Well-deserved championship for Paul Bajanic, and well-deserved victory too. And I wonder if he's going to park it there. Oh, did he run out of fuel? Uh-oh. I think he's out of fuel. Paul is out of fuel. So that's probably where he's going to be right there, folks. And let's go ahead and get the guys up here in the winner's circle there, him and Harold Rothery. We'll move them on up there, and we'll hop on down there with them. Okay, folks, we're down here with your winner for the final time this season, your Season 2 champion, Paul Bajanic. And, Paul, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you, a little anxious moment there at the end. I heard that you were going for it on fuel.
I am out of gas.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw you. You were doing the donuts, and all of a sudden you just stopped and like, wow, yeah. But
I'm out of gas, but no, it's cool.
I tell you, man, it has been a cool season. I know you're gonna be able to go back and look at this, man. It's like, man,
I gotta go like download the whole season, make a CD, and go on tour. I don't know if that's gonna happen again, but
yeah, I'm about to say, go back to In-N-Out Burger, man.
There you go. Give me a franchise. I'm gonna be good.
There you go, man.
But it's been cool. It's been an awesome season, and it's awesome that Harold got to make it here in the last race.
Yep.
And I give it all to Ron and Harold, man. They're some killer teachers, man. They taught me a lot of stuff this year and got me where I am, and I appreciate it. And same with Andy, that's not here today, but he's helped me out a ton this year too. And I just appreciate you and everything that all this year's been awesome, and I thank you for it.
Yeah, man, but I appreciate that, and you guys have really made it a great show all season long. And now we'll have to just sit tight for a few weeks. Cause, man, I tell you, I think the summer session is going to be pretty hot, and can't wait to get there, man.
Yeah. It'll be cool, especially when Andy's here for the full.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's gonna make it tough. So
yeah, you ready?
Got a lot more to learn before I can go and make that whole season with all these guys. That'd be great.
Man, well, congratulations again, and
Thanks,
we'll be seeing you later on.
Brother.
Hey, Harold, you got a company?
Yeah, Tony, got you, buddy.
Tell you, man, I at first I thought you might get in here. So he won the very first race on the schedule, and who knows, he might try to get the final race on the schedule. And I guess the fuel just said, nah, it just can't quite get there, huh?
Yeah, I backed out. I was trying to save fuel, but it was a little too late. Paul had to go in anyway and get fuel, and then I stayed out. I should have went in with Paul, and it's all right. Just congratulations to Paul. He's done a heck of a job this season. Wow, who would have thought Paul's the champion all 3 seasons? Wow, I mean, no offense, no, nothing to take away from
Believe me,
Paul.
I'm as surprised as you are.
Wow, most improved.
Yep.
He sat and watched, and he learned, and he's putting it on us. And we got Ron. He's at an Airbnb somewhere in Georgia with he said something about a blow-up doll. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. We heard it whistling. So, Ron, I hope you're all right, buddy. But he was with us the whole race, and he was talking us through it. And these group of guys are it's awesome. It's just great to race with these guys.
I tell you, man, I know you miss being out there on a regular basis, but we know you'll be back in the fall, and and I know you who knows, you might pop in and get a chance,
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pop in and out here. It is what it is.
Oh yeah.
But I'd like to dedicate this race to my uncle. We lost him Sunday, and
yes.
At 74, he was a gamer all his life, and he's a good guy, and sad to see him go, but he was an avid gamer, so
yeah.
Darn it, I was trying to get the win for him, but Dad, we got it, and we got second anyway. I hope my father enjoyed watching the race, and you guys put on a heck of a show, so thank you.
10-4, man. Condolences to the family, and glad to see you back on track one more time during the season.
Yeah,
And
I had a blast. Had a blast.
yeah, man, I tell you, we got the cobwebs shaking out of the computer there and stuff, and got things going. But yeah,
Oh,
man.
that was crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But go relax, guys, and enjoy the off season, and we will see you guys real soon.
Hey, thanks,
brother.
guys.
Okay,
Thanks,
now.
man.
Have a good one.
Congratulations, Paul.
All right. Good.
Thank you, man.
See you later, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay, folks. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, it's just awesome, and that's how we wrap up this season here. And let's go ahead and bring up the results for the feature race here. Paul Bajanic, one final win in season number 2. And Harold Rothbury, welcome back to the track here. It being gone most of the season, got that P2 position. And so we're going to take a little bit of a break, but I tell you, we'll be back in about 2-3 weeks' time. It'll be our summer series with the late model stocks. And well, I tell you, you're not going to want to miss that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And so for all of us here at Race Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.